guests. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. Open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream-making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Wednesday.
No, it's a wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful Wednesday. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, New York, San Francisco, Chicago.
And?
Like Chicago? And what?
I like Chicago, the Windy City.
The Windy City. You know why? They eat a lot of beans. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's Boston.
You're on a roll.
I got blown down the street in Chicago.
Did you?
I literally blown down the street.
From the look at you, you get blown down the street at any street.
She's just
Lightweight.
a floating angel.
Lightweight. All right, all these mics are on.
We got all the mics on. It is a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and now Twitter at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
That's so funny.
And now Twitter.
Can I tell you something?
Why?
I produce a lot of shows a week.
No Twitter?
Just like you do. No, but every host that comes on and says you can find us on Facebook. Where do you think they're finding us? It's on Facebook.
They could be on Periscope and YouTube.
Oh.
What if they didn't know?
And Twitter.
And Twitter. What if they're on YouTube right now and they go, oh, wait, I can now go on Facebook.
And how can they find us on Facebook?
The Brooklyn Cafe TV. We have a whole crew working on our social media now. We've got Shorty, we've got a sizzle being shot. They did a great shoot today with Mary and Miriam Hoffman and Avi, and we're going to get to that. We're so excited to have our special guests. We got a crew on board. Friday we're going to be at Conscious Co-op at the Farmer's Table in Boca Raton, which is second floor of the Wyndham Hotel right on Glades and I-95. We'll be with Conscious Co-op and Noah Crane and 65 plus of the most amazing
75
healers.
plus.
75 plus of healers in our community. Plus. It could be.
It's growing by the minute.
We're bringing 10 people with us. I haven't even told Noah.
I know. Noah, you better have extra food. That's all I can say. Because this crew eats.
And as Noah says, it's a lovely vegan lunch, and she changed the menu up for you, Freddie.
And we're bringing hamburgers.
It's a vegan lunch. No wraps, because she said people don't like carbs, but you got to love Noah's attention to detail. That's Conscious Co-op. We'll be there from 11:30 until 2 p.m. on Friday, so check it out. You can find information at noahcrane.com. And it's just a group of like-minded people, like we are. If you want to be like-minded like us, then come on down. Mary, I think we'll be there.
Did you say light?
Like.
I'm light-minded?
He might be, but it's like-minded. The fact that you and I share a like mind is even scarier.
Unbelievable.
The funny thing is I was working on our mission statement with Mary yesterday, and it's airy-fairy as it was, and about the synergy.
I heard it.
Serendipitous.
Yeah.
She was able to put it right in Bronx terms for you.
Yes, she did.
Right?
She used 4 words and we're done.
I got to go. That's 3.
I got to go.
Exactly.
We got to go.
So now we have 2 renditions. We use them as needed.
We got the Freddy rendition from the Bronx, and we got mine.
And we
Well,
got
listen, I'm
songs.
not alone today because our guest is from the Bronx.
I know. Did you hear that?
Do you wait till you hear this story? When I hit the Bronx that I can remember, I think it was 4 that I remember. I lived down in the South Bronx in front of St. Mary's Park, and our guests today are from the area.
Really?
That's right.
You got some family in the neighborhood
That's
with you.
right. I'm Italian.
Give
Now-
us a call. We have our phone lines are up and running. 888-994-4995. For any questions or comments, let us know.
That's right. We'll put a mic on that phone to make it work. Now, where's movies?
I don't know where movies is. I
Where's
think she's in
movies?
there. Carrie's in the other room.
Where's
Carrie, are you in
movies?
camera 3? She's right
All
here.
right, make sure we go on camera 3 so we can see. I got a question for her.
Go ahead.
Okay, but keep the phone. Put the flag on it. You can leave it open. Put it on 3. I got a question for you. You got to get in the camera. I can't see you.
John's going to move it.
Okay, there you go. I have a question for you. Giovanni works in the movie theater as well. You got to make that camera go out. Giovanni works in the movie theater as well. So we were thinking about it this morning. What we're going to do is we're going to critique a movie.
Okay.
Like you went to see Mission Impossible.
I saw Mission Impossible 2, so like the...
You haven't seen Mission Impossible 37? Mission Impossible 37, the latest one?
No, it's not out yet.
Okay,
My
that
goal is to watch all of them up until that one.
How
comes
many
out.
are there?
37.
Get out of here.
Yes. And he never ages. You ever notice?
I was
Everybody
gonna
else
say,
is
is it-
aged.
is
He
that-
doesn't age.
You know
It
why?
changes.
It's kind of like 007. Ageless.
No, but did you see how when he did the Air Force movie, what's it called?
Top Gun?
Top Gun. He did Top Gun. You see the way he looks, right?
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise is in
Tom
Mission
Cruise.
Impossible?
Yes.
Never age. Just like Mario Lopez. They never
But
age.
hold on. The lady that played in Top Gun, if you know the answer to this, when you write in, you'll win a...
$10 gift certificate to Modere.
Yes.
Liquid BioCell.
Did you see her compared to him?
No. I
Oh my goodness gracious.
Did she age?
Age. You can't recognize
Maybe it's
her.
a different woman.
No, it's her.
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
Kelly, is this Kelly? Is that the one you're talking
Yeah, okay,
Kelly?
whatever. I don't even want to use her name because I don't want to get sued, but holy
No,
smoke.
it can't be the same woman.
Oh, Nelly, it's the same woman. But what we want to do is we're going to have you and Giovanni watch the movie because he works in the movie theater too, so he gets to see the movie. And we're going to have a movie he says, she says segment.
Okay.
So you're going to tell us your segment, he's going to tell us, and then we're going to vote.
Okay.
And if people vote in, I don't know, the third person that calls in on the radio, we'll give them $10 off or something. Make sense to you?
Yeah.
So how-
888-994-4995.
So how was the Mission Impossible? Oh, you saw Mission Impossible too?
2.
Yeah. so
That's
they'll
about
be-
18 years old.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm
older
gonna
than
watch all
you.
of them until the new one comes out because I've never seen them.
Have you seen anything besides that?
Not recently. Well, actually, no. I started watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Huh.
but
Oh, what are
then
you
the
doing?
DVD just kind of
One flew over the
She's going
cuckoo's
old
nest.
school.
I was 18 when I saw that movie.
She's been working
One of
with
the
us a little
greatest
long.
movies ever.
Wasn't it the best?
Absolutely, one of the greatest
Who's
movies
the
of all
star
time.
in that movie? Who
Jack
knows?
Nicholson.
I wanted to see the millennials, what they knew. Okay, so we're going to be putting that segment together. And the reason I'm doing this early is because we had promised them yesterday. We never got to it.
Who, the movies? Okay.
Movies, and did you hear the latest? You ever heard
Probably
this?
not.
Goal! You ever hear that?
Try it again.
No.
Come again?
No, I
Share
can't do that
again.
again. John John.
What was that?
Where's John John?
He's not here.
He's right
we got
behind
2.
me.
We had 2.
Sounds like
What
a
do you
soccer
That's
game.
Spanish John, and that's John
What
John.
are you doing?
I'm
John
here.
John, what was
Right
that?
here.
He's calling.
Goal!
He's calling the bullfight. I don't know what you're
What
doing.
was that, John John?
I'm not sure.
That's a goal.
Goal.
Oh, it's a
Soccer
goal?
goal.
Oh, is that what that was?
Oh, you mean
Oh my
goal?
goodness! Do you guys watch the games?
It's the
course I
Puerto
watched
Rican
the game.
Bronx in you.
Did you see? Be careful. Did you see? Did you
They
see when
lost.
Germany won? That they put the camera in the bar in the pub, and everybody started screaming. So you know how they celebrate in Germany? They ride moving cars.
Really?
Did you see this? They were on top of the car like they're water skiing on top of a car. You get on top of my car, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be doing more than skiing. Strangers' cars. It's like me jumping on the top of your car.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do things different all over the world.
But John, you keeping up with the soccer?
Yeah, actually, I just found out Germany got eliminated from the World Cup.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Argentina had to play Nigeria yesterday, and they won in
they
the last
won.
second.
They won last second by a leg single from Marcos Rojo.
And if it wasn't for that win, they would have been eliminated, right?
Yep.
So now
That's
we move
right.
on. Let me ask, Dawn, did you see the U.S. score
No.
on soccer?
I did not.
You did not? You
No.
sure you didn't see it?
You just wasn't even in it.
There you go. There you go.
And there you go, baby.
You got it. U.S. did not qualify this year.
That much I do pay attention to our show.
That's right. But anyway, we're
You
gonna
good?
we're gonna keep you advised of our segments on sports because John's in the house. That's John. That's Spanish John.
As I told you guys, Freddy doesn't do well with names, so everyone has a nickname. The fact that their names are in their nickname is quite funny.
They're different because they're guys.
We had 2 Johns, we had 2 Dawns, and we had 2 Shawns on
Don't
set
ever
last
say
week.
2 Johns on the air. Don't say 2 Johns on the air. We're from the Bronx.
I'm Spanish too.
You're Spanish too?
That's right.
Oh man, he's
That
just
makes it more
complicated.
confusing.
More confusing.
We got John Anchor and John Spanish too. And we've got Mary on the set with us. We've got Miriam and Avi Hoffman with us, a breed apart. I am so excited. Actually, last night when I left the studio, the Boca studio, I have not read a book in so long because I'm always doing proposals. So I thought of Bill Dirth yesterday and your time management system and prioritize. So the priority was to at least start the book at 10 o'clock last night before I had to send out any advertising proposals because those could wait until today. And I wanted to at least know what was going on with this book. And it's just a fascinating story that Miriam wrote. And Mary, I want you to introduce your guests and why they're here with us. So welcome to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I am honored and privileged. About a couple weeks ago, I had the pleasure and honor of meeting you both, Miriam and her son, Avi Hoffman.
Thank you.
And I knew that I was going to immediately love you, but I didn't know how much. And they know no strangers. Everyone is touched by your incredible courage, by your bravery, your honesty, your humor, and the fact that you celebrated a birthday yesterday. I got Stan corrected. When I mentioned the birthday, I was corrected. Never do that again. Point well taken. You celebrated a beautiful birthday yesterday, and you run circles around people.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you're on the day after your birthday. That's fantastic.
And you do it because you've lived an incredible life.
Yes.
And you have survived more than you will ever be able to express. And yet you have spent your life creating a legacy and a story that we'd like to hear about today and that you've put together in one of your many books and plays.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome. And Avi is your son. And Avi, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us as well.
Very,
Avi
very
is-
pleased to be here.
Avi is so uber talented,
Thanks.
so connected in film, on the stage, as a writer, as a musical performer. I mean, I could go on and on.
Wow.
But the reason why I love him so much at this minute is because of his commitment and the joy and the passion he has to bring his mother's work forward. And God bless you for this.
And it's part of a much larger picture. You know, the publisher of the book is YI Press, which is actually the Yiddishkeit Initiative Press. For those out there who don't know what Yiddishkeit is, it just means Jewishness. And the Jews have been serving as a kind of a model to the universe for thousands of years. And the big thing is about sharing our experiences, and my mother shared her incredible life in this book, and we've brought this book to the world. And so it's a very important book, especially now with everything that's happening in the world today.
Yeah, and that's when I started reading the book, and it says, don't call us an immigrant or don't call us a refugee. And, you know, Mary, when we were talking last week about tying Miriam's story in and how you wanted to tie it in, and, you know, things always work, I say serendipitously on our show, and it didn't work the way you had first thought, but now, and we don't do anything political on our show. However, as timely as it is, as you start your book, Don't Call Us a Refugee, it is exactly where we sit now in the United States of America, and as how timely your story is. And this, Nazism wasn't the only horror faced by Europe's Jews in the mid-20th century. There's so much to your story, and I was telling everyone you were coming on as a survivor of the war, and they said, well, what kind? I said, you got to tune in, and reading your book is not what I thought it was going to be going in. And Mary told me a little bit, but what you told me wasn't even what I got out of the book. So everyone, I want you to take a look and get this book, A Breed Apart, and we're going to hear Miriam's story as to why you wrote this and where you came from.
Well, I was born in 3 installments. The first time that I was born with a birth certificate was in Siberia under the Soviet regime. And the second time that I was born was in the slave labor camp where my parents were sent back from Siberia to the original place where they were arrested. And I was a week old. And the second birth certificate came. And the third birth certificate came in Germany after the war in the refugee camp where we were, the displaced persons camp. And there, we were in a refugee camp when I grew up for 4 years in this camp. And we were about 100 children out of 1,000 people in the camp. And that's when America came out and said, anyone born under the Russian regime will not be able to come to America. And my parents were getting ready to go to America because my father had an uncle here, and he sent for us. Overnight, all of us children that were born under the Soviet regime became, I have the passport, I suddenly was born in Lodz, Poland. We were given by the Joint Distribution Committee, all the children. So that was my third birth certificate, which I have. My passport says I was born in Lodz, where my parents' birthplace.
What year was this?
I'll give you the first two, and then I'll give you the third one.
Okay.
I was born in 1936, first time. Second time, I was born in 1936 again.
A week later.
right?
And the third time, I was born in 1946,
And that was post-war.
Right.
post-war. Yeah.
Right. When
So
the
you
refugees were sent.
So you could be any age you want.
I am.
I love it. So you have 3 different dates? 3
Well,
different birthdays a year?
I have, no.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
That's
Yesterday
one.
was one.
That was the original.
But
I love that.
I don't have they're all June, the same date, but in different places.
Right. Which allowed them to then come to America. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been allowed in.
You know, Freddie, the amazing thing is, and I always say no politics on this show, is as timely as what's going on in our country and serendipitously as what was held up by the Supreme Court yesterday on your birthday. And here you sit telling your story and how you got to America and the story of us accepting people into our country. And here Miriam sits with her story. So you came to America.
I came to America, I was 12 years old, and didn't know a word of English.
What languages did you speak?
Languages. First I spoke Russian, and then I spoke Polish, and then German, a little bit, you know, of each one of them, but mainly Yiddish. And when we came to Germany after the war, the Palestinian, that is the Israelis, the first Palestinian Jews, came down to the camps, set up schools for us, and they decided that we must speak Hebrew. And none of us spoke Hebrew. So, and they said they'll punish us if they hear another Yiddish word, if we speak Yiddish. And we didn't pay attention, we just spoke Yiddish. And that's why I really learned to speak fluently Yiddish, because otherwise I spoke
Because
Russian.
they told you not to, of course.
You know, think about it. Your first birth was in Siberia. And I was reading the beginning of the book she was like, I can't be born in Siberia. She goes through this whole dream sequence with her mom. I can't be born in Siberia. So you go to Russia, and you think that's going to be better. Well, I mean, you look at the lesser of two evils and where you are at that point in time. And it wasn't even the Nazis in the concentration camps that other people were dealing with in Europe.
They were slave labor camps.
And
they
that
were
was
basically
better.
prisoners that were arrested. My grandfather was arrested for being a spy.
Right? And that was better off than being in Siberia.
Well, those that survived, that was better.
That's the incredible thing, that was the choice that your father made at the time was, you know what, this is a better idea.
He was arrested. He was arrested during the Depression years, 1932, when he smuggled the border between Poland and Russia. And the cattle cars were there to take all these young people to Siberia, to slave labor camps. That's how he wound up in slave labor camp. And
you know, we don't talk a lot about how many people were murdered by the Russians, by the Stalinist regime.
hundreds of thousands.
Right.
Millions.
And your mom's story was amazing.
Yeah.
You talk about women empowerment. You go back to the 30s and your mother's story. Can you? Because Freddie didn't have time to read the book last night. But your mother's story and how you even got housing.
Oh, she wrote to Stalin.
There you go.
She was, yes, in panic, she was a heroine. And we lived in terrible conditions in Russia, in a very wet and cold basement. I was always in bed and couldn't get out, it was too cold. And my mother sat down, wrote a letter to Stalin, and next day she wrote a letter to Stalin for 365 days, 365 letters.
Holy smokes.
She
day.
did.
Yeah.
And if you
And in
could
every letter she said, until I hear from you,
I'm gonna
I'm
keep
going to
writing.
write another letter and another letter until you respond.
And they were lovely letters praising him for
yes.
supporting
So how did it
Great
people.
leader,
So how did it end
dear
up?
leader.
How did it end
But,
up?
huh?
How did he ever respond?
Yes.
Really?
One day we had a letter from the Kremlin, and they said, we're getting your letters every single day, and we're ready to free your husband from, he was always in and out of jail. That's how Soviet Russia went. And we'll give you an apartment, which is one room. Just go to the police station and they know this is the address, with one condition: stop writing.
Persistence pays.
That's right.
Yes.
The squeaky wheel.
Yeah.
So you talk about women empowerment. She wrote a letter every day to Stalin saying how wonderful you are and thank you for supporting all of the people, but you must have forgotten about us
Yes.
because somehow we're living in these conditions. And she got what she asked for,
She did.
which is amazing.
And that saved their lives.
Yes.
Amazing.
On that, let's take a commercial break, Alana. We'll play a couple spots. When we come back, we'll talk about the next part of your story, maybe coming to America and all about your book. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. More with Miriam Hoffman, A Breed Apart. We'll be right back. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4health4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176.
Have an emergency preparedness plan. BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter. BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithani.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
And we're back on a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV with 3 very special guests. We've got Mary Giuseppe with us, Avi Hoffman and his mom, Miriam Hoffman, who wrote this incredible book, A Breed Apart, which is, you can get it through Yiddishkeit.
And Amazon.
And
Amazon.
Amazon,
Yes,
Amazon.com.
Amazon is the
And
best.
I'm telling you, you should really take a look at this book and read it. And it is so pertinent to where we are right now. And to think that from 1930s to where we are right now in 2018, as much as things have changed, they have stayed the same. And that's the incredible thing when you look at the world where we are. And your story, I know we only have a half hour left, but I want to get through. You come to America. How many, did you have siblings?
No, thank God.
So you were an only child?
Yes.
And your parents came over with you after you got your 3rd birth certificate?
Yes.
And where did you settle?
In the Bronx.
The Bronx.
We lived in the Bronx, came to the Bronx, then I went to Wilton Junior High School number 30, somewhere close by, I don't remember what street, I think 149th Street or something. And
Third Avenue.
not a word of English. And we were several of us, you know.
What year was that when you were down there?
1950.
And how long were you there?
Where?
In the Bronx.
In the South Bronx.
We were there until I got married,
Which was, what year?
1956.
Okay. And then you moved, where'd you go?
And then we moved to Findlay Avenue.
Finley
when I got
Avenue.
married.
Oh, well.
And then we moved to Sedgwick Avenue.
Well, first DeKalb Avenue.
You went,
We
you
were on
moved
DeKalb, right next to
in
the
Bronx?
Montefiore, right
Are
near
you
Bainbridge.
serious?
Yeah.
That's my stomping ground. That's where my
Wow.
gang is. There are artists in this place from DeKalb.
Right
I
near
met
Jerome.
them.
DeKalb.
Jerome Avenue.
Yeah.
Jerome Avenue.
Well, on
we,
Bainbridge Avenue, 1 block away,
Yes.
was a school where
Yes,
they
it was.
taught Yiddish.
Yes.
The Sholem Aleichem Volksschule number 21.
I can't say all of that, but yes.
My mother was the
was
teacher
the
there,
teacher.
and
One
that's
of
where
the
I went
teachers.
from the time I was 4 years old.
Do you
See,
know?
you converted already. You don't even know it.
But do you know that they had a softball league called the Automotive League out of that institution? That's where the meetings were held.
Oh, wow.
I played for 12 years in that league.
Wow, look at that.
It was a
That's so
fast pitch
crazy.
league. I
Wow.
played for 12 years. And the reason I remember is because, right, it's under the L, isn't it?
that's Jerome Avenue. We
Right.
lived on
But Bainbridge.
Right, Bainbridge, right.
Right, there's
That's
a-
right.
there's school there.
Bainbridge.
Yeah.
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 But Jerome Avenue was not
That's
that
further
big.
But just to add one more little thing in here, 2 years ago, I was very honored to be inducted into the Bronx Jewish Hall of Fame.
Really?
And last year, my mother was inducted into
That's
the
what I
Bronx
saw.
Jewish Hall of Fame.
That are pretty
And
amazing,
so
huh?
we're 2 famous old Jews.
Indictees.
Yeah, from the
Sort of.
Bronx.
What year,
Indictees.
what year were you on DeKalb Avenue?
How old were you?
The 70s? 60s?
Well, we left in '69, so we were in Sedgwick probably about 5 years. So I would say 64, 63. We
I
were
was still in the South
DeKalb.
Bronx.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, where were you
62.
then?
I was in the
Yes.
South Bronx.
You know, but the idea that these refugee kids, survivors of the war, survivors of the Holocaust, some who'd lost their parents, separated, those who still had their parents, come to America. They don't speak a word of English. They're sent to the Bronx. They go to this school. They're expected to speak English. They don't. And then they give them an IQ test.
Right.
Tell them what happened with the IQ
Well, we
test.
were given an IQ test, and of course, we were classified retarded.
Because
all
they gave
of
it to you in
us.
English.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
they failed miserably.
Right.
We failed, and we were told to sit in the back on the bench, and nobody taught us anything.
My father was the same way. My
Really.
father came to this country, didn't speak a word of English.
From?
From Puerto Rico.
Huh?
So was my mother, and they did the same thing to him. When he tells, they used to tell me the stories. They still don't know what IQ means.
Right.
And my father finished with school in the 3rd grade. My mother went to the 4th. That was done, and he started working here in this country.
And my mother went on to become a professor at Columbia University.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
My father became a self-made guy. He made almost $700,000 a year as a paint contractor.
Wow.
But the work that he did was back-breaking.
So the Bronx was like the melting pot for everyone coming in
Oh,
from
yes.
all
Absolutely.
over.
Right.
If you go to Ellis Islands,
And
our
New Jersey.
names are all in those books and everything. We've looked it up. It's all there.
So my grandmother came in 1905 from Sicily through Ellis Island, and she also spoke no English, also wound up leaving school in 3rd and 4th grade, and she became a very well-known couture wedding dress designer in her own business as a female. And the big deal was the windows in Newark, because Newark was a big deal in those days. She did all the windows, and I heard that story every year. But God bless them, the courage that they saw opportunity and they took it, and they succeeded.
Yeah,
just
but
like
we
we
were
did.
never given an opportunity like that. We were never given this kind of an opportunity. America gave it to us.
Well, you know, and again, we don't do politics on the show, but you know, things have changed so dramatically. My father has become a hermit again. He doesn't believe in the system. He doesn't agree with the political system and everything else. And things have changed because all of a sudden we've digressed into protecting our borders because we think of all of the terror that's going on right now.
But what hasn't changed is the fear that these children are feeling
Yes.
right
Yes,
now.
absolutely.
What hasn't changed is the desperation
Yes.
that these children are feeling. And those are the same things my mom went through in her camp. And so, you know, what we have to let these children know is that there is hope.
There's hope. And that's why I was so excited when Mary came forward and said, I know you don't typically have guests or do stories like this. And I said, of course, it's our honor, because to document your story for everyone to know and to hear and to have it to show to the kids and for your family and for everyone out there, that we document it and we do this sizzle piece to have it, because it is about kids and coming over with your family wherever you are. And as you said, Avi, the United States should be a place of hope.
Yes, and it has been the melting pot. It has been a place where we have accepted people from countries and given them the opportunity to live their best life.
But-
And that's what makes America
That's what
great.
makes
But again, let's keep it
Right.
Yeah.
Because I want to know how you went from being labeled retarded and not speaking English to a professor at Columbia University for 25 years and an author in the Bronx history.
And a playwright and a journalist.
So how did you make?
I
How did
still
you
have
make
a
that?
column for 35 years in the Yiddish Forward newspaper, which still goes out in New York. And I'm a writer, you see,
in any language.
in Yiddish.
Yiddish and English.
And in English.
Yes.
And Avi, you speak Yiddish.
I do, fluently, and Hebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the point, education.
Yes.
You know, my first language was Yiddish because that's what my parents taught me. But you have to be educated. You have to learn. That's how you get ahead.
Well, I mean, let me ask you a question. Work ethic. Work ethic.
Right.
Has changed in
Yes.
this country.
Yes.
When my father came over, my father was nonstop.
Right.
Nonstop.
My father, too.
I picked up his work ethic.
Right.
Nonstop. My
Yeah.
kids aren't that way.
Right.
Things have changed.
You know what my kids are? Because I always said to them, you have to make your own way.
That's right.
That's right.
You have to create your own life. And so they are very, very active. My father came out of the concentration camp in Auschwitz. Unlike my mother, who did not live through the Holocaust per se, the concentration camps. She was in the refugee camps after the war.
How did you meet your husband?
Wow.
Because it was here. It was in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a very long story.
Very.
But as I was telling Mary about my first romance, which you read in the book, how it didn't work out. And I swore to myself I will never, never marry a Holocaust survivor, because I knew what it was all about. And at 19, I met a guy who was 10 years older and who was a Holocaust survivor. And he was gentle, and he was sweet, and he was intelligent, and he was well-read, and educated well, also Columbia University. And I appreciated knowledge because I was a reader, as I said to Mary. Since I was a 5-year-old, I was reading. And reading was the secret of my education, really.
And survival.
And survival. And he was so bright. He was so educated. And I had, because I read so much, I had such respect for educated people and for well-read people. And my mother didn't like him.
Nothing like a Jewish mom, just
Yeah.
saying.
He's too old for you. He doesn't look. I wouldn't marry a thing like that. Yeah, he was
And just like
cross-eyed.
they told you about the language thing, you married him anyway.
Right?
Never say never, right?
No, I said you could think, you can do, you could say whatever you want. I'm marrying him.
And they had to bring me into the world.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
there you
How
go.
many children do you have?
Two boys. Yeah. Avrom, that's Avi, and Benjamin, that's Ben. Yeah.
Who's 12 years younger than I am.
Yes.
Okay, so you got a big gap in between.
Yes.
Yes.
And how did you become a professor at Columbia?
And what did you teach at Columbia?
I several courses. I've given first of all Yiddish language and culture and history, and literature and humor. So, and I was there for many, many years, 25 years. And I just retired about 2-3 years ago.
You were teaching at the Manhattan campus?
116th Street,
Just
yes.
retired like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
What'd you retire?
Awesome.
What'd you retire for?
It was cold.
And she had other things to do. She
There's
checked
other
that
things
off her list.
It was so cold in New York.
It's
I
beautiful.
had enough.
That stadium where they play football over by the water is simply gorgeous.
But the campus was beautiful.
It was?
Beautiful campus.
It was.
And each time I came onto the campus, I said to myself, boy, you made it. Oh, you made
Isn't
it.
that
And
amazing?
I always vowed that I would never be a teacher. All my life I wanted to be an actor, I wanted to be a director and a producer, entrepreneur, but always in the theatrical field, TV, film. And then last year I taught a course at University of Miami.
It's
You-
in the family.
You
It's in the
acted
family.
like a
And you know what
professor.
I say
That's
to
right.
that?
I acted like a teacher.
It's all about the you.
Oh, please.
Just saying.
No.
Right.
You gotta love the Canes.
Do you?
And my mother graduated from the University of Miami
Oh, did she?
the year after I did.
Oh, you guys all went to the U.
Congratulations.
You went to the U too?
Yep.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I went to the NYU. It's
I
all
went
about
to
the
the-
NY.
I went to the
School
U,
for social research.
and my son is at the
So
University of
did
Miami
I.
Law School
You
now.
went to the new school as well?
Yes, I went to the new
Isn't it
school.
fabulous?
Fabulous. I took
Fabulous
literature there
education. Oh my God.
with a wonderful professor, Cooperman.
Yes, yes.
And I think I took there a course in creative writing.
I believe it. I took art therapy there, an art therapy course at the very beginning, and the new school was like ground zero for the transformational space on the East Coast.
It was beautiful.
Incredible thinkers, transformationalists, wide
Yes.
open. It was a wonderful place to be. And people of all ages. I had never been to a school where there would be an 18-year-old or 19 like me, and sitting next to me someone who was 50 or 55. That was the first time I had ever had this incredible opportunity
Yes.
to learn from other people who were not sort of the same as I was in terms of age.
But
It's
I
beautiful.
graduated the Jewish Teacher Seminary in '67. And that really gave me my education in Yiddish. It was literature, Russian literature, French literature, German literature, all in Yiddish.
Wow.
And for those of your viewers and listeners who don't know, Yiddish is over 1,000-year-old European Jewish language. And it's kind of based not only with Germanic, but also Hebrew and Slavic languages. It has a mix after 1,000 years.
Every
Wherever the
l-
Jews went, they picked up the languages of the other people around them.
Yeah, but every language is a fusion language.
Right.
English has 57 languages that make up English. So, you know, when I say, well, Yiddish is not a language, it doesn't have a grammar, it doesn't have, you know, that hurts. Because every language is a fusion language.
But Yiddish is an extraordinarily rich
Very rich,
language with
yes.
a body
It's
of
a-
literature.
it's a- That's
Well,
language in
it's the
itself.
culture of all these years,
Right.
and it's a melting pot of language.
Right.
It's the fusion of language, and it took Russia and Poland and everything together. It was how you could communicate to each other with one language
And
coming
there are
from
over
multiple countries.
there are over 5,000 Yiddish words, more than any other language, in the English language, in the Webster's Dictionary. So
Well,
it's
really?
amazing how much,
5,000 Yiddish words
over
in the English
5,000, you know, schlep, schlemiel, schma, I mean, sorry.
Hey,
You know,
listen,
but,
listen, that's like
Shamil,
Lorraine,
Shamazel.
that's like
Yeah,
Lorraine,
Schmear,
Lorraine and Shirley.
Laverne
Listen,
and
yeah,
Shirley.
schmatte,
the
you know.
worst thing in the
yeah.
world is speaking Spanglish, because you don't know where you fit in. And Spanglish is made up words.
Right.
We make up our own language, you know, because we don't know we don't know enough education to know how things are said in Spanish, so we make it up.
Well, we have Yinglish, you know, the mix of Yiddish
Is
and
it
English.
English?
You have Spanglish.
Yeah, Spanglish and Yinglish.
I got
Spanglish.
Spanglish, but then there's Puerto Rican Spanglish, there's Dominican Spanglish,
Wow.
there's Latino Spanglish, there's the Bronx Spanglish.
You know, my mom comes here and she says to you, Freddie, you know what this word means? And you say, Mom, I have no idea. And it's always that Yiddish word that's thrown into a
Yeah,
conversation.
but then I throw it in Spanish, and
Exactly.
she knows. It's amazing how she does that. How she do that?
I've never got to
No,
ask
but
her.
Yiddish has Latin and Greek in it, and Aramaic, and it's got many, and the Akkadian and many languages, Middle Eastern languages, and then European languages, and
And you can find the whole history of the world within that particular culture.
I think your mom's got a whole history unto herself.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Let's go to commercial
No,
break.
hold on. There's an
Okay.
amazing story. When I was growing up, and my first lemonade stand, Mrs. Freeman, may she rest in peace, lived in my building. You remind me so much of her. And she used to sit in the corner, and she used to educate me about the Jewish traditions, and she was in concentration camps and all this stuff that happened to her as well. And she taught me Yiddish language. She used to speak to me in Yiddish. I didn't understand what she was talking about, but I would speak to her in Spanish, and she would talk to me in Yiddish, and it was an amazing deal. And I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at you, and you look so much like her.
Oh, that's so cool.
So much is coming back to me. This has been a whole week of this throwback for
nostalgia
me. What
for
are you
you.
doing to me? It's an amazing concept. I told my kids when their 90-year-old grandparents were alive to get a camera and to record history.
Right.
oh
Because
yes,
the one thing I admire among the Jews is that it is a teaching history, and you keep it tight-knit, and you won't let people forget, because you shouldn't.
absolutely.
And we have to learn from history.
And you learn from it.
Otherwise, we repeat it.
But I wish-
Words out of my mouth.
But I wish that among my Latino community that they would learn this. They haven't learned that lesson yet, because it's all about the today.
They Americanized. That was the problem.
Well, then we have a bigger problem.
The
because
Jews Americanized and forgot all about their Jewishness.
Yeah.
And so that's what America does, a melting pot.
It's the melting
But you
pot.
should hold on to your traditions,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
You got to
where you
celebrate.
came from.
Every single culture needs to be celebrated
Yeah.
and become a part of the assimilated culture.
The greater culture.
Right.
But it's so important to document
like a vegetable soup, not a melting
to
pot.
document it, so you have it not only
Organic.
to go on TV or to go national and to brand whatever that is, but to have it for your family and your legacy.
Right.
And that's the most important thing.
is
And
important.
for
It
you
is.
guys, for our interns, for what you do, to be able to go out to local families and say, you know what, let me document your story. And they have that in a digital form, however it is, so they can share it with their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, for those that never even knew the family member, but you have it documented,
Well,
and that's
why
the gift.
I wrote the book, so that the grandchildren should read.
And I think that the more we are able to listen to others' stories, to listen to other people's journeys in life, the more we are able to do that, the more connected we become. Because the more we see that there's more commonality in our spirit, more commonality in what we go through,
Right.
than difference. And it's in that, okay, I'm a Pollyanna, but that's where I think that there's hope. There's
Yeah,
hope
but
for us.
education in America is very meager compared to Europeans. You know, they really know many languages. The children speak many languages because we lived among other people. And but I see my grandchildren sometimes. The education is very, very.
Well, you know what? Let's take that commercial break. We'll get back to education, because it didn't take 15 minutes to make it what it is today. And there is hope. And we'll talk a little bit about that.
It's always about hope and why you even wrote the book. A Breed Apart with Miriam Hoffman. You can get it on Amazon.com. Join our conversation, 888-994-4995, and we will be right back.
Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair, The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
We're back on a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We're talking about what I love always, my airy-fairiness of hope.
Airy-fairiness?
Airy-fairy.
You made that up?
No, actually, someone else was on our show, Dawn Goldstein made it. She was talking airy-fairy, and I said, welcome to my world. But it's always about hope. And we go from a situation, we're talking about refugees and taking children away from their families and coming to America. You came to America, I mean, you come from Siberia 1, Russia, the displaced persons camps, and now you're in the Bronx. How did you make the transition and have your friends and grow a life?
Well, we didn't speak any English among us, and we felt very much at home until we learned English, you see. And
was there a group of you?
Yes, there were 3 of us.
Okay.
And till today, I have my best friend, and she's
from Brooklyn.
Who's from Brooklyn?
Yeah. Brooklyn, and she's on 5th Avenue.
Oh.
And she is a multi.
Is she?
Yes.
All right,
Very
somebody get the phone and call this lady up.
Yes.
Was that the woman you were telling Mary about on the interview, that she came over to America with you? Or
nobody
you sent for
came.
Her?
No, nobody. Oh, you mean Chaya? No.
That was another friend.
That was another friend, but in camp that kept
wanted
on.
to commit suicide every day.
Oh, every day.
Because they were so desperate. These children were so desperate in the camp that one of them wanted to commit suicide daily.
And she was my best friend in camp.
Who's the picture on the book?
That's her.
Is that you?
Yes.
Look at the
old.
face. Can you see the same face?
Absolutely. I can see.
And my mother
see it?
always dressed me in pants.
And they rushed to get this picture taken, so they put the wrong shoes. If you look at the shoes,
That's
I was
the
gonna
wrong
say,
shoe on
shoes
the
are a
wrong
setup
foot.
here.
Yes, the right
Yeah.
shoe on the left
Oh,
foot
my
and the left shoe on the
You
right
know, that's a
foot.
trivia question.
Is there a reason why she always dressed you in pants? I mean, just curious.
I'm curious too. I don't know. Maybe she didn't want a girl. Maybe she wanted a boy. I have no idea.
What did your parents-
Maybe she thought a boy would survive,
Right, I'm thinking it was
and a
safer.
girl might
What
not.
did your parents do when they came to the United States for work?
My father was a printer in a newspaper, and my mother didn't do anything
Oh, she
but
raised
complain.
And cook.
Pain.
And cook.
Nah, she wasn't a good cook either.
And you got your love of writing from your dad?
Yes. And my dad really brought me up because he was a newspaper man, and he had a press ticket. And he used to take me to movies and circus and theater and opera, so that I was indoctrinated that way towards being an educated little girl. And he taught me how to play chess. I did very well with that. So he was the one that brought me up, actually. My mother didn't take any interest in me.
But your dad with the culture, and you think about where he was when you were over in Russia, being arrested over and over again.
I was too young to realize what was happening.
You know, but you think for him, the change in his life, what was happening there versus here.
He had a very tragic life to begin with, because before he got to Russia, he was in love. He had a love affair with a wonderful, beautiful woman that I met much later in America.
I was going to ask you if you
She
met
was
her because she
Canadian.
came here.
She came, no,
She
she
went to
was
Canada.
Okay.
Right.
And during the Depression, the 30s, she told him, my family is going to Canada, and I have to leave you, but I'm going to send for you. And she never did. Her letter, they used to write letters to each other, so her letter said, my boyfriend is reading your letters. And that's when my father decided to smuggle into Russia. You know, they had propaganda there like today. And so he wound up in the slave labor camp at that time.
And that story's in the book, too?
And that story's in the book, and I
It's in the
remember
book.
reading the story. And Freddie, back to your point of education, her father was with the newspaper, and they went to opera, and they went to theater, and about education.
Since I
and
was
learning,
5 years old, he
which
took
gives you
me
the
everywhere.
background of where you are and what you now taught and teach.
Yes.
What is
You're an educator now, so I wanted to get back into that question about education has changed. It's become a matter of convenience. That whole rule about no one is left behind. Teachers get paid if people move on to the next grade. I mean, there's a recipe in place right now where teaching is not, what is that? Reading is fundamental. Teaching is not the fundamental fact of what's going on. It's just getting people through the grades. So when you get to college and you can't write your name, you wonder why?
Yeah.
So forget about the history lessons that we're letting go of. I mean, we've become a society of moving on. This is what we do. We just move on. We don't
Illiterate. We've
Well,
lost.
we're crippling
Yeah.
our
move that
children.
mic closer to you. We're crippling.
We're crippling our children.
We're not
because
giving them a
giving
chance.
the skills.
Yeah.
We're not giving them the skills, and we're not giving them the ability to be curious. We're taking away their curiosity.
Then how do you
But
compete
the
worldwide?
problem is with the parents.
Well,
They also don't read, and they also don't discuss. You know, you got to have one of them at least.
somebody's got a kid.
have the conversation.
Yes,
Well, and at a dinner table, when everybody's doing this, it's very hard
exactly.
to. It's very hard
That
to have a
killed it.
conversation.
That
right,
killed it.
Miriam?
Yeah.
As good as social media is for
terrible.
some things,
Yes.
it's taken away from family and values.
Yes.
And we only have about 2 minutes. What is your hope for your book?
For my book,
For your book and your
I
platform?
hope many people read it, and especially refugee children. You know, they should really know that life doesn't end this way, that they can grow up to be very positive citizens in America. America is a wonderful country. I love America.
And where can we find the book?
Amazon.
Amazon,
A Breed Apart, Miriam Hoffman.
yes.
Amazon, A Breed Apart by Miriam Hoffman. Miriam lives locally in Coral Springs, and if more information, if they want to contact you, Mary, how do they reach out to you?
Absolutely. They can reach out to me at Mary Giuseppe at mac.com. and or 561-667-6700.
And of course, you can always reach out to us for more of Miriam's story and to get in touch with her for her to share her story with you or any groups or schools or foundations. I'm sure she and I would be more than happy, I'm just saying it, more than happy to continue the conversation because it's all about documenting and never forget. That's right. And how pertinent it is. Thank you, Mary and Avi and Miriam for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you all of our interns for posting everything on social media. We keep it growing and going. We'll be back in 2 and 2. 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. We've got L.A. Perkins on the set, and we'll be right back.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
In this world of social media and cacophony of sound, how do you get noticed? How do you get heard? In a world of instant gratification, how do you find appreciation? It's time to be heard. Become a radiating magnet and allow the law of attraction to come fully into play. Being completely in the moment speaks louder than words and actions. It's time to become fully present. It's time to put Humpty Dumpty together again. Call or text 561-351-9134. Become your radiating self. Contact Clyde at 561-351-9134.
Dawn, do you know what CBD is?
What is CBD, Freddy?
CBD is a cannabidiol. My goodness gracious, I'm Puerto Rican and I can announce that. Cannabidiol, which is found in the hemp plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, improve your sleep, reduce inflammation, and you know what? It even increases immunity.
Did you know that our internal systems are already made to receive the CBD? It's made of natural botanicals without any psychotropic effects. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that means.
It means you can get healthy without getting high.
That's right. Now, people come to the studio, we give them CBD, and what's the first thing they ask me? Can I drive home? I said, did you drive here? Yes. Well, then you're going to drive home. So if you want CBD and the experience to feeling better, reducing anxiety, What do you got to do?
Give him a call at 561-674-7446. It is the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Safe for all ages. Where do you visit, Freddie?
You visit livelovecbd.com.
livelovecbd.com. Tell them Dawn and Freddie sent you. Discover how you can unleash your body's natural regenerative power with Liquid BioCell. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4health4beautyonline.com. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-306-7176.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
This is Alyssa, the paint girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair, The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of Feel Good and Happy Soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
And welcome back
How do you
to
like
the
that?
Brooklyn Cafe. What is that?
That is called The Immigrant by Neil Sedaka.
Really?
Really?
Love
How
on
do
the
you like-
Rocks.
How do you like that? No, that's not Neil
That's not Neil
Sedaka.
Sedaka?
That's Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond?
And I don't know,
Sedaka
and I
Diamond.
never listened to Neil Sedaka. We were on our way to a concert over the weekend, and I see.
Holy Notes? So you put this on?
No. And on the radio, I see Neil Sedaka, and the song says "The Immigrant." So I start listening to the words, and I thought, wow, how pertinent to where we are right now and what's going on in our country. No politics intended, just saying.
Perfect. Sir.
And this saying, there's a time when we were all welcome here in the United States. In our first hour, which is why I played the song, was in honor and tribute to Miriam Hoffman and A Breed Apart, this incredible journey of her life from Siberia and Russia and displaced persons camp to the Bronx, and how she became a professor at Columbia University for 25 years, and now she shared her story with us on our first hour. And you can find A Breed Apart on Amazon.com by Miriam Hoffman. Amazing story, and her son Avi. So thank you, Mary Giuseppe, for bringing them forward to our show. And that is how I came up with the song "The Immigrant." If Joe, if you were wondering, that's the story behind it.
Hey, Syracuse, what do you eat?
Cake.
Cake.
There's still cake in the fridge from our
Is
party
there?
last week.
Holy
Yes.
smokes. Is John John and
They
Super
all
John?
had cake.
Are they all, where
Let
they,
them eat cake.
where they all go?
They've all
3
had
slices
cake.
already.
I
Yeah,
keep
today?
going in. I told
Well,
them
have
to
some.
just
That's
sweep
it.
the
I'm
floor.
going to have
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to come up with an idea.
Eating that cake, yeah.
With this crew, we could do a morning show.
With this crew, we need food.
That's true, too. So if you have a restaurant, come on, give us a holler and bring in food, and we'll put you on the air, and we'll just shoot the gap.
With this crew, we need some food. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, and to join our conversation as we kind of switch gears, but it all ties itself in, 888-565-1470 to join our fun. And of course, you can always write in on Facebook, and now we're on Instagram and Twitter. We got a whole crew doing some branding.
Everybody's doing something.
And Friday, we will be at Conscious Co-op at the Farmer's Table, second floor of the Wyndham Hotel. For more information, you can go to Noah Crane, NOAHCRANE.com, and register. The event is from 11:30 until 2 p.m., and we will be there with our entourage, with our Brooklyn Cafe crew.
The crew.
The crew.
That's what they like to be called,
They'll
the
have
crew.
their crew shirts on, so you'll be able to recognize them.
Do you know how you spell Shorty's real name?
Yes, I do.
You do?
She and I talked about it.
Did you? Did you know that every letter in the vocabulary is in her name?
I think it's the most beautiful way to spell Jackie, by the way.
Oh my, I'd rather just call her
It's
Shorty.
like Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, J-A-C-Q-U-I-E.
So you're Jacqueline. Are you French?
Oh, no, but that's a beautiful way to spell Jackie.
Holy smokes. I learn something new every day.
Every day you learn something new on our
Every day.
show.
And that first segment today, I learned something new there as well. I want to thank Mary for providing that guest today.
My pleasure. It wasn't it, and isn't she extraordinary?
It's an
She's
It wasn't this
extraordinary.
a beautiful conversation that we were all having about not only what's happened in the past, but what happens today and how it all comes together.
And as we said, I mean, you talk back into the 30s and where the world was at that point in time, and the more things change and we progress, the more they stay the same.
Yes.
And you talk about humanity and forget all the social media and electronics and everything we have progressed in. Somehow we still haven't progressed in the humanity concept of
And
what
in-
we should be doing as people. And not only in our nation and as a world. So.
Listen, why do you
Love,
have...
love, love.
Because
why
you know
do
what
have
today
this
is?
wand?
Because today is a wonderful
Yeah,
Wednesday.
but I hate this one.
I know you do, but it's all about
Of
hope.
all the ones you could pick, you had to
It's
pick the
all
hairy
hope.
one.
Because it says wish.
It says wish.
It's a
says
hairy
wish.
one.
It
It's
is my
hairy.
wish.
It looks
I
like an
never thought
amoeba.
of it as hairy. I thought of it as sparkly.
It's my wish wand that Amanda Perna, the well-renowned clothing designer, made for me when we were at our other station.
Hey, I got to get one of the interns to get some tape and just take all that stuff off.
No, they're pom-poms.
Oh, you got to take all that off. That's hairy. It just gives me the whatever.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470.
Are we giving something away?
Stop by any day. Freddie is now making coffee at the Coffee Cart and the Book Nook. How is it, Mary?
Delicious.
Isn't it
I
delicious?
must tell you something. I love this coffee.
Our Brooklyn
It
Cafe
is-
coffee.
It's fresh. It's got a great flavor. You can drink it. It doesn't bother your stomach. This morning when I woke up, I was like, I hope there's coffee when I get to the station.
He made a pot of coffee.
Now, let
I
me ask
love
you,
it.
did we make the organic brand? Or
I think we made the signature, which is the Arabica, but we also have organic.
The
So we have
organic
two
is
choices.
fabulous.
I know organic and I know regular. And she has all these other words.
Arabica beans.
And decaf too, right?
We have decaf and pods, yes.
Yes, we do.
All
the-
fabulous.
And the amazing thing is that I think I like this roast better than the organic. How do you like that?
You like the signature?
I like the signature.
And he says you can't call it organic, but everything is really from good fields and done the right way, but it's just not certified organic. But there's no pesticides ever used in any of the roasting.
Now, Rocco, who I'm hoping to see tomorrow, gave me also the Rocco...
The espresso.
Espresso. And on the set, hey, Michelle Spears is on the deal. On the set tomorrow, I am going to make the espresso.
With a sock.
Awesome.
A clean
Awesome.
Who took away my,
I
what is
cleaned
going
up.
on?
I cleaned
When you
up.
take my
You
stuff
know why?
out of
Because
here?
it was looking a little cluttered.
I
I
know,
moved
but-
it. You're going to hand roast espresso tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going to go like this with the...
With a sock. Do you know,
sock.
when he talked about
With
a
a
sock, I
sock?
thought he really meant a sock.
Yeah.
Not a sock from his foot. That's what I thought. It's apparently there's a special espresso sock. Did you know that?
Somebody's excited.
Are
you excited about that?
Are you okay?
All right, today we're going to almost switch gears. We had Miriam Hoffman on, and the reason that you brought her because you're working with her on branding.
That's exactly right.
And I'm glad you're here. We didn't plan for Mary to be here in the second hour, but we've got L.A. Perkins with us, and L.A. is an attorney that we met at Conscious Co-op. Will you
And
be
she's
there
not
Friday?
from L.A.
I will not be there Friday.
But we
unfortunately.
met you at
Talk into
Friday.
that microphone.
I will not be there on Friday.
You will not be.
But do you know how we met L.A. and Mary and Liz?
I have no idea.
And
They're all
and
blurs.
Essentials. The great
Yes.
connector.
Yes.
Deb Barcelone.
Yes, that bar.
She
Amazing
is truly
woman.
the great
Terrific.
connector.
Didn't I
And
meet
Michelle.
you? And so Michelle Spears.
Yes, and Michelle Spears. Deb
Pure
Barcelone
woman.
is the greatest connector of all time. So hopefully Deb will be here and she's listening to us. And when I was talking to LA, she says now there's a difference between a patent attorney, a trademark attorney, a branding attorney. And I said, all right, let's just talk about what it is that you do.
Well, I consider myself an intellectual property attorney, and under the umbrella of intellectual property, you have patent, you have trademark, and you have copyright. And there's other things that fall under that as well. There's trade secrets and various other things. But generally speaking, that's what falls under the umbrella of intellectual property. And sometimes people say they need a trademark, sometimes they say they need a patent, sometimes they say they need a copyright, but they mix up the words. So what I do is we focus on branding. So we take, and branding is, well, trademark is really what comes in play with branding, but sometimes copyright does as well, and quite frankly, patent can as well with respect to branding. And a trademark is something. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A trademark is a something that protects a word or a logo or a phrase, and that's basically generally what a trademark
Freddie,
is.
we could trademark and patent our life away right now.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I did a show.
We also have a caller.
Yes, I did a show, a trademark show. I did it for 6 months. And the gentleman that did this trademark, it's an amazing feel about how you have to
Protect your
get
property.
stuff protected. But the way he did it, he made it sound simple, but it wasn't simple at all. All sorts of things you have to go through to get it done.
Well, it can be more simple depending on what stage you start in the process. Like if you go and speak to a trademark attorney or somebody that can help guide you,
Right.
and you come up with a name that's protectable before you start marketing it, then it's a little bit more simple because they're helping you come up with a name that you can protect. If you just go about,
Well,
using any name without knowing
it
what
out.
you're doing, then you can really run into
Well,
a
we're
lot
going
of
to throw some
trouble.
curveballs.
All right,
I
Joe,
think
we have
let's
a
take
caller?
the call.
Sheila.
Hi, Sheila. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know if they can hear the speaker. Tell us about you. You have a question for LA?
Yes, I'm from Michigan. I'm calling from Michigan. I'm very good friends with Mary Sue Giuseppe, which is a close
Hey,
neighbor.
Sheila.
Okay.
Hey, Mary Sue.
High school friends.
But I'm calling. Yes, I'm calling just to compliment you on the segment that you just had about coming into America and the struggles that different nationalities go through. It was. Let me just just thank both of you and the work that you're doing just to opening people's eyes to the core experience, because it actually lets you know what the person is going through to be able to understand. You can't understand the experience unless you've been with a person that has been through the experience.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Sheila, so
That's a
much
good
for
point.
listening. It was truly our honor and pleasure to have them on, and we talk about timing, and it was
I love
so
you, girl.
pertinent.
And Sheila, we're going to do some more of that in the future as well in different capacities, but that's not the end of that story. We're going to keep doing some more of that stuff, because I think the way it is right now is a very vital and important piece of it.
Absolutely. We want to hear, and we always say everyone has a story, and truly, everyone has a story. We saw yesterday in photography, and the man from Tennessee living on the streets that Brian brought forward, and we hear the story today of Miriam. Everyone has a story. You know what? Everyone should have their chance and their opportunity to share it.
That's right. Give everybody
Thanks,
a
Sheila.
voice. Thanks, Sheila, for calling in.
All right.
Love you.
I know
Thank you.
Freddie call it hug a tree,
Thank
but I like hugging trees. Just saying. I may get some splinters
know,
along the way,
you
but
know, I
it's all good.
don't get doing. I make a comment and she blows it out of proportion.
Oh.
Now I didn't make the comment on the air. She's got to bring it out on the air.
Of course.
That's not what I
But
said.
it's what we do.
But
it's
that's
about
not what I
hope.
said. I didn't say about hug. First of all, I would never say about
Hug a
hugging
tree.
a tree. My goodness, I feel like gum on the bottom of a shoe here.
Never? Wait, there was gum on the bottom of someone's shoe.
Mary
That
cleaned
was
it up
me.
with her fingernail.
No,
was
I
me.
was down there.
Poor Mary was cleaning our floor from gum the other day with her fingernail and scraping it off.
All right, can we get back to the interview?
Yes, we're going to.
Now
but
that you humiliated
Mary
me,
Sue.
Mary Sue. I was Mary Sue.
Wow.
I know, in high school. So when I played Cinderella, she was one of the stepsisters. When I played Dorothy, she was the cowardly lion. We were together on stage for years and years and years. And you know how we reconnected? Facebook.
What does Sheila do now?
She works, I believe, for the church.
Wow.
And she's an amazing soul and quite an actress.
Oh, you know what? We'll bring her in on the VMix, so I want to see what she looks like. I think
Yeah.
it's,
We'll bring her in on
She
computer
lost
from
over
Michigan.
100 pounds.
Really?
She's amazing.
See?
That's another show that we
Everyone
could
has a story, right?
Yes, everyone does. But you know what? I just thought of something. So in the trademark copyright world, since that's what we're thinking, and we're talking about branding. So when you bring your own story forward, and it probably wouldn't be copied necessarily, right? Because it's your own personal story. But aspects of it could be copied.
Stay on the mic.
How would you recommend someone move forward when they're creating a legacy piece? What needs to happen?
Well, in order to be able to, if somebody did use a portion of that and you want to be able to protect it, the best way is to get a copyright registration or a trademark registration, depending on what we're talking about. And it's really not a difficult process to get a copyright registration. It's a pretty simple filing.
In the old days, they used to say, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, mail it to yourself, and never open it, right?
Someone told Freddie that, right?
They told me to do
you
that. I was just
going
to throw that curveball at her.
Oh, sorry.
That they tell me to put the idea in an envelope and mail it to myself and never open it. I don't get that part.
Well, that's fine. That's one step.
But
But
does
if you
that make
actually
sense?
want to protect it,
Yeah.
Right.
and you want to go into the courtroom,
Yes.
you need to have a registration.
So
and
how do you
and let
get
me
one?
tell you some things that the registration actually does,
Okay.
because people will say, yeah, mail the letter, and that's fine. Well, the registration entitles you to what's called statutory damages, and sometimes when somebody steals something from you, it's hard to prove, what the damages are associated with that. But if you have a registration, there's statutory damage. So there's a fixed sum that's allowed under the statute. So that's one benefit. And then the other benefit is attorney's fees. You're able to recoup attorney's fees for, filing the action and pursuing the action.
Okay, so let me ask you a real strange question.
I
Michelle,
hope I can answer.
Don't laugh. The Brooklyn Cafe, right?
Yes.
It used to be the Two Boys from Brooklyn, and they are now pumping up the volume on Two Boys, Three Boys, Four Boys from Brooklyn. Other radio stations are now doing this. I've been doing it for over 5 years. I never registered it. Okay, so here comes the question. If I were to register it now and there's somebody in New York using it, can I go and say, listen, that belongs to me? Or is that not going to happen?
Well,
I know what you're going to say.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
If you, first of all, you're not going to get, generally speaking, you're not going to get a registered trademark if somebody else has been using it before you. I mean, if there's other parties that are using it, because basically what a trademark is, it associates the good or the service or whatever you're doing with the name of the company. So if there's other Brooklyn cafes doing radio shows or on-air shows.
Or Two Boys from Brooklyn. I don't think the Brooklyn Cafe.
I don't think you can go backwards to Two Boys from Brooklyn.
Well, you never know if you don't try.
Well, the bottom line is, as long as the Brooklyn Cafe is not confusingly similar to any other mark that's being used, then you have a shot at,
so how do you
at
determine
getting it.
that? You go to an attorney?
Yes.
And you do the work to find out?
And there's a way to do, you can search the United States Patent and Trademark Office records, but there's also a more sophisticated search that can be done through a third-party vendor that does a much more intense search. But it can be done.
Ready to go to commercial break? I know you're thinking. You're pondering the thought. Why don't we go forward, not backwards?
Because you got to go forward. You got to check it to make sure it's doable, and then they bring it forward. Now, I would just want to whisper something to you.
Okay.
In the book nook, we have Michelle Spear grab the first book. Michelle, what's the first book you're reading there, Michelle?
Dr. Stacy Friedman, Lessons and Passions of a Sexologist.
And it's funny, pure romance in the house reading Sexologist.
888-565-1470.
And she's turning a little beautiful shade of pink.
I love that cart.
Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With V-Card Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. V-Card is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. V-Card fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. V-Card is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. V-Card Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jeng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jeng.vcardinfo.com.
Hey, Dawn, do you know what CBD is?
What is CBD, Freddy?
CBD is a cannabidiol. My goodness gracious, I'm Puerto Rican and I can announce that. Cannabidiol, which is found in the hemp plant. CBD can help regulate your mood, improve your sleep, reduce inflammation, and know what? It even increases immunity.
Did you know that our internal systems are already made to receive the CBD? It's made of natural botanicals without any psychotropic effects. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that means.
It means you can get healthy without getting high.
That's right. Now, people come to the studio, we give them CBD, and what's the first thing they ask me? Can I drive home? I said, did you drive here? Yes. Well, then you're going to drive home. So if you want CBD and the experience to feeling better, reducing anxiety, what do you got to do?
Give them a call at 561-674-7446. It is the #1 legal and leading CBD company in the United States. Safe for all ages. Where do you visit, Freddie?
You visit livelovecbd.com.
livelovecbd.com. Tell them Dawn and Freddie sent you.
In this world of social media and cacophony of sound, how do you get noticed? How do you get heard? In a world of instant gratification, how do you find appreciation? It's time to be heard. Become a radiating magnet and allow the law of attraction to come fully into play. Being completely in the moment speaks louder than words and actions. It's time to become fully present. It's time to put Humpty Dumpty together again. Call or text 561-351-9134. Become your radiating self. Contact Clyde at 561-351-9134. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
Sounds on.
And we're back on a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
There you go. That's the
You like this
that's
one?
the one you have to use.
Give
the
us
other
a call.
one.
You know what this one is for, though? This is my wish wand. And this is when we have something very pertinent to talk about for granting wishes.
I was going
And
to ask you if we if we can put in like a bunch of people in December, give that one away.
I can have some made. I can reach out to Amanda Perna and she can make some wish wands.
She won't get rid of it.
I'll auction it off. How about that?
Okay.
I'll auction it off for charity.
Okay.
For a good cause. How about that?
Okay.
I don't want the proceeds. We will find a foundation or a charity to give it to, if that is what you would like to do.
I just want to get that off the set. I noticed you put all the ducks in the dish.
The ducks are in a pond, Mary said.
Yeah, they're in a pond.
They're
they
in a
look
duck
so
pond.
cute.
I just ponder about you guys.
You ponder it in the pond. 888-565-1470. L.A. Perkins in the house and Mary Giuseppe. We're talking about branding. There are so many things that I think, so many things we could trademark and patent and brand. I wouldn't even know copyright. What we do first.
I want to trademark the intern.
You want to trademark the intern?
Can I trademark the intern?
That's a bit complicated.
But we could trademark our show.
Spanish John.
As a whole, right? We could trademark the
Right.
show.
And you know, it is a little complicated. One of the things I just would like to share is that we offer, and other intellectual property attorneys generally offer, is an assessment, like kind of an audit. Meet with the client and see what they're doing and see what they're using to be able to make recommendations and suggestions
Really?
in terms of what they should be protecting, because people don't necessarily know, and unfortunately it comes to light when it's a little too late sometimes.
So you got to come here 30 days because we do something different every day. Every
But
day.
it's the idea, right? And
Right.
it goes, Mary, with what we're working with you on as far as branding.
Right, and it's very important to understand the process of protecting the things that are important to you and how to do that. And it's much easier to do it before you need to know it than after you need to know it. And I think everyone who is writing a book, producing something unique, has a product idea, I think everyone should try to consult an attorney such as yourself, I love you,
Thank you.
in our area, because you can guide them and prevent them from making very expensive mistakes.
Absolutely.
I think it's important. The consultation is important because sometimes you don't even know if you have a business and it's a unique line of how you can protect that. This world is full of copycats, and I hate saying it.
Mary calls them bottom feeders.
That's what I call them, bottom feeders.
I don't even call them that because that's kind of tough, man. This is the tough
You know
word.
I'm not tough.
Yeah, right. But I call them copycatters because an idea that works should be copied. I mean, it's
Well, they
just
say
the way
it's
it
the
is.
highest form of flattery, but I've always had kind of a problem with that. It doesn't feel like the highest form of flattery, you know, when someone's copying you. But I think there's so much confusion about what we need to do as creatives. There's so many different outlets and so much bad advice on the internet that I think it would be great to have someone with good advice be able to share that and get things off on the right foot. For instance, with trademarks, what's the thing about a trademark having to be in use before you file for it?
Well, that's a good question. It actually doesn't have to be in use. There's two ways you can file a trademark.
Okay.
You can file one when it's in use, like you're currently using it, and then you can also file it as an intent to use. It's a little bit of a different procedure, but you don't have. You can kind of stake your claim, and I intend to use this, and then within a period of 6 months, you have to file what's called a statement of use and give a sample of how it's being used, or you can then get some extensions of time for a couple years.
Does it have to be qualified? Because I was talking to an attorney a few years ago before I met you, and one of my ideas that I'm working on, she said it has to be qualified as a product or a thing, like a toy.
And who
or
qualifies
a book,
it?
or under a heading.
Well, generally speaking, when you file a trademark application, there's various classes, and the classes are associated with the type of good or service being offered, the trademark. So when I meet with a client, I find out how they are using it, so I can help guide them what classifications the trademark should be filed in, because there's a separate filing for each classification.
Okay.
I mean, for example, let's say we did one for you, the Brooklyn Cafe, and we would file it within a classification that was associated with entertainment and that would be appropriate for what you do. But if somebody then did the Brooklyn Cafe clothing line, for example, I mean, that's a different filing.
Okay, but that's exactly this is where I was going to go with this. If somebody comes up and puts the Brooklyn Cafe on a shirt that I didn't give them permission to, but I didn't protect myself in that aspect, only in entertainment, does it cover me in that aspect?
Well, sometimes it does, because it's
And
like...
sometimes it
And
doesn't.
sometimes it doesn't. And it really
It's
just
a very
depends.
complicated world we live in.
It depends.
Really?
Yeah, but if we were talking and we were going to file a trademark
Which we're going to,
application.
yes.
Okay, super. I'd love to work with you.
There'd be a lot of things we'd have to trademark, right?
Well, yeah, I would say, well, how do you intend to use it? Like, you know, I mean, you are using it on coffee, right?
Correct.
TV's next.
And
I got
maybe
about
you
15
wanna
other
put it on
platforms.
shirts, so you would do it.
We
on
have that as
We
well.
have that as well.
Their shirts are coming this week.
Okay, so, you know, we would go through all of that.
But what about sub deals? Like I have a television channel, Sparkle, that I want to put for children. Now, that's not under the cafe, but it's a sub, like I don't know, DBA. I don't know what else to call it. Is that going to be covered, or do we have to specify all these things?
Well, I'm not really sure what you just said.
Like we have
Like if Mary wanted to do a show,
Right.
and it would be Mary Giuseppe as part of the Brooklyn Cafe. Maybe she would be a correspondent or something.
And it has a different name, like Sparkle is going to be the name of this idea we coming up with.
Right.
Well, Sparkle could be a different brand then. So you're protecting
exactly
the
Another
brand associated with however you're using Sparkle, which I love. I love Sparkle. So. I'm not sure
Everybody
how you're
does.
using it, but I love Sparkle.
See that? Everyone comes along for my journey.
And I think that it's, I know I have 2 trademarks, and it was a little bit complicated with the categories. The categories were tough. I wish I had had your advice. I didn't know you then. But you get through it, and then you think you have this trademark, and you think you have it forever because, you know, I just thought, well, I got it now, I have it. Well, then I met you at the luncheon, and I realized that I don't have it forever unless I do have it forever. But I get these letters from all these countries all over the world trying to sell me stuff, and I throw them out. because they don't seem relevant to me. But you quickly explained to me that yes, you do have to maintain like a membership.
Well, basically, in order to keep a trademark, you have to use it. If you stop using it for a period of time, you can lose the rights to that trademark.
And how do you prove you're using it? You got to submit something?
No, but there is a period of time where you have to submit like a statement of use to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Oh, really?
And yes.
See what you learn?
And then there's a renewal every 10 years. You file like a renewal application. But people get into trouble, and the other way you can lose it is if somebody is using your trademark, you have to police it. You have to send them a letter and tell them to stop doing it.
You need the guys. You need
Now
the
there's
guys.
the perfect thing for the guys to
The
do.
guys have to police the trademarks.
They
for
have
us.
found
Who are
their
the
niche.
guys?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. The guys have
Perfect.
a
You
mission.
know, Michelle, we were looking for something pertinent for them. We now found it.
You know, the funny thing is that I am being humble here, being nice. I'm not sending those guys out. You kidding? I'll have other issues. I'll have a lot more other issues.
But there'd be a lot, so we could have a TM under the Brooklyn Cafe Show logo now.
Well, that's right. When you
But
trademark
there's a
something, you get that
reason.
little circle with the TM.
Well, let me explain that.
Of course.
It's complicated.
And then there's a C and a TM.
Okay. So a TM, so for example, Sparkle. Like let's say you're using that associated with however you're using it, because I'm not sure. And you are using it as a trademark, and you want it to be known as a trademark, you put a little TM on the bottom of it.
Right.
You can only use the R with the circle
Register.
when you actually have a trademark registration. People sometimes use it when they don't, but you're not supposed to.
So you change it. So when I trademarked the things that are the two names that I've trademarked, I used the TM, and then once I got my certificate that I actually had the trademark, then I changed all the prints, a little bit of a pain in the neck, to put the R there. Then it was a registered trademark. But it's important that you put the TM, I think, because it means that you're intending to trademark it.
No.
Is that true or is that false?
Well,
I
it
made
means
stuff up.
that you want to give the world notice that you are using that as a trademark.
Cool.
So like it's mine, it's like staking, taking
A Spanish John. Then what we need to do is we need to put TM on our stuff. Like we have a bug. It's called a bug. It's a bubble on the corner of the radio station. Underneath that, we're gonna. How do you even do that on a computer?
Well, there's a little button that I learned. It's excellent. And because I couldn't remember it and I kept calling the same person over again. What was that thing I was
What's the
supposed to do?
button?
I don't know, but I got it on my computer on a sticky. No,
It's
I'll
Spanish
I'll
John.
call you with it.
So we
It's
design our new badge.
It's
We'll
like
put it
shift,
on there.
control, something like that.
Spanish John, I need you to find. Hey,
Right?
John, we need to find the trademark
LAS,
button on the
that is,
computer.
It's like shift, control.
I
I'll
actually-
get it to you.
It's a symbol. It's in the symbol.
Trademark.
It's a symbol.
TM.
You know what I've
You can
realized?
Google it.
These kids are hungry.
Yeah,
I can see that. They're
These
eating
kids are
everything in
hungry.
sight.
We've run
Dan,
out
did
of
they,
food.
did they leave a mess in the kitchen?
No, I showed them where the broom was.
Oh, okay.
Like Cinderella, like just clean up after yourselves, like the little mouse.
So
I
if
make sure to clean it up the kitchen.
Thank you.
Did you? Oh, that was a voice with God.
The voice.
Listen, so if I put a TM on our open, that's an intent to trademark. Is that okay?
No, it means you're using it as a trademark. I mean, anybody really looking at how you're using it, I think, would know that you're using it as
Well, let me tell you
as
something.
a mark.
Let me explain something to you, Lucy. On YouTube, there are companies that buy these things that we make. It's called a boilerplate. And on this boilerplate, you're allowed to put pictures. It has pictures of Dawn and Connecticut and some of the things that we do. There is a company in Europe that has written to us and put in a complaint on YouTube. And they have flagged us for 30 days. That means that I can't do anything with my content on the open. You see the open with the cartoons?
Yeah.
So it's not trademark. I have a receipt on the boilerplate that I submitted to YouTube. And they said, okay, we see the receipt, but we have to keep it in play for 30 days. Now, that means I can't use it.
That sounds like somebody may be making a claim about a copyright infringement.
Right.
When it comes to photographs.
But they're ours. They're my photograph,
But it's
her
not the
photograph.
photos, it's the loop that it's in that I think that they're complaining
right,
about.
but I bought the loop. It's a boilerplate loop that I'll show you the receipt. And in there it says I purchased it from a company.
Well, maybe that company did not have the rights to give it to you. And you could only purchase rights.
But this is all they do. Is this company's one of the
But
biggest
maybe
companies
it's
in
the
the
way
world.
you're using it. Because I know when I modeled, it was very interesting, and we learn these things the hard way. When they talked about you were paid different ways that ads were used. And you got very smart, very fast. One day I was driving and I see myself on a billboard, and I was like, that's me. And I realized that my mother used to watch me on TV and not know it was me. She didn't recognize me. And I'm like, that's me, and I don't think I'm getting paid for that. No, because they excluded that one thing from the categories.
Wow.
That I was gonna. Oh, that's
You don't even think about it.
no.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
So maybe it's a category. Maybe it's a usage. What do you think it could be?
No. I'm going to tell you why. Because on the receipt of the company we bought it from, it stipulates to be used for public use across the board. Now, what's happening with YouTube, like ever since Facebook got slapped around a little bit, things have changed in the YouTube deal. The music now is all, you have to use royalty free, and you better use it from YouTube, because if you don't, you're going to get slapped around some more.
Really?
Yes, because even though you wrote the song,
Right.
you gave it to a distributor. The distributor says, you can't use it. So if says you can't use it, it doesn't matter what the writer of the song does. So when people come on here to sing, I got to get 15 okays, and they still flag it. So you're better off not having them sing. That's what it comes down to.
But how come these people that take out an instrument and they do their own YouTube video and they're out there and then it goes viral and they didn't pay for those
Well,
the
you
right
don't know
to-
that necessarily.
But I mean, it would seem like if I was sitting in my room and I decided to put this on my YouTube channel, that I probably didn't think about it. I'm being just very honest.
You know, there's kind of, if you use it, it depends on whether you're doing it to earn compensation or
That's
bring
right.
attention to your. So there's no like one answer for every situation.
Or you just want to protect your intellectual property. I know you're laughing. We're protecting Freddie's intellectual
But
property.
Freddie, what are you going to do?
Mary,
I'm having a new loop done.
he's having intellectual property. We're protecting his property.
You know, they're making fun of me because of the opening statement she read to me. I says, okay, you want to tell me that in English?
Let's go to commercial break. More with L.A. Perkins and Mary Giuseppe when we get back. 888-565-1470. We're talking intellectual
And
property.
get your pencil and pen ready, because you want to take this phone number because it's going to protect you. I'm going to tell you, it's a real big thing.
I'm going to tell you. We'll be right back. I'm going to tell you.
I tell you.
You are.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Discover how you can unleash your body's natural regenerative power with Liquid BioCell. A scientifically proven, holistic anti-aging supplement, Liquid BioCell redefines the way we age and how we perform. Formulated with an exclusive collagen and hyaluronic acid combination, Liquid BioCell supports joints, muscle fitness, and restores youthful skin from within. Contact Renata at 561-306-7176 or visit 4Health. Anti-aging from the inside out. Call today, 561-307-7176. 306-7176.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
And we're back.
Getting my crunchy on.
Getting your crunchy on.
We're back on a wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I just have to give a shout out again to, have you ever used this, LA?
No, what is it?
This crunchy makeup, again, from Deb Barcelone. She introduced me to Liz Sant. This makeup is toxin-free.
You ever try that?
Organic.
You bought it?
No lead in the lipstick, because, and Freddie laughs, because we, as women, we ingest so much lipstick over a year.
It explains so many things about women.
There is no lead in this lipstick.
They got lead head.
And I can tell you, from moms to models, this makeup stays on all day. I don't have to reapply it. It doesn't fly everywhere. The lipstick stays on, all kinds of colors. So check it out at Crunchy, CRUNCHI.com, or give Liz Sant a call, SANDT. Or you can find her on Crunchy. But I'm telling you, Mary, have you used it?
Yeah, I've used it. The foundation is outstanding.
Stop eating lead.
The foundation's amazing. The
Outstanding.
powder, it sets all day long. The lipstick does not come off. And I said, can I get a lip liner to go with it? She
Yes.
says, we don't release products until they're fully functional and they don't have their lip liner out. But there's a skincare line coming out next month, which will be really amazing. So imagine organic, toxin-free skincare. You laugh.
You know the new line, right?
You don't go through 36 products before you walk out of the house like I do.
36?
Probably. They say on average women use 36 products.
Exactly.
You know the new line for Crunchy
And
that
that
came
doesn't
up with?
even include filler and Botox. What?
You know, Lord have mercy.
Just saying.
You know the new line I have for Crunchy?
Chips.
Don't be a leadhead.
Don't be a leadhead. You're right.
Right, because women.
That's very funny.
But it's true. But it's true. Older women all day putting lipstick
But
on
how,
and eating
about,
lead.
but how about
all
little
day.
kids, like, Ariel?
Yes.
The
She wears
princess.
lipstick?
The princess
The
stuff.
princess wears lipstick all the time.
Really?
And so now she's a little kid getting this lead into her system.
Don't be a leadhead.
I think it's cute.
Buy
I
Crunchy.
love this line. I mean, I just started using it. I don't, I'm ready for Liz to come back from her vacation.
I'm
Love
ready
the
too.
name.
The name, you
Come
just have to
back,
get
Liz.
around crunchy. That's why I go like this. Because it's crunchy so you can remember it. I need to put more crunch in my bag. But the makeup's amazing. It stays on. It doesn't move. The lipstick, all of it. So I'm looking forward to the skincare line. And Karen Turk, Mrs. Florida, I mean, she's all behind it, and her daughter too. I mean, what great ambassadors.
They were. You know, me and the Johns are going to put in, we're going to write to the company, we want a male line.
You gonna put on some makeup?
Yeah, guys wear makeup on set.
They do.
I don't, but guys wear it.
Shall we
on
do
set.
your makeup on set?
Yeah,
If
we
you
could
have a
get you
male's
some-
line.
No, but
I'm not wearing that.
foundation
No.
is foundation.
Absolutely
It's
not.
foundation.
You see, this is why I got to get branded, because holy smokes.
It's all about the branding.
Listen,
is what
did
it
you
is.
hear the
We're going to
ladies?
do this,
Tell me.
Freddie. We're going to have a makeover.
Take it easy.
Tell me about essentials.
Take it easy, leadhead.
What
You want to hear the ladies?
Please.
Essentials saw the show yesterday.
Yes.
And I'm giving out essentials to the doctors on All County, which is on Tuesdays and Fridays. You and your doctors, check them out. And I want to give out samples to cardiologists and the doctors on essentials. I light up when I take this.
I
How
know.
did you know that I had swallowed it yesterday?
Because it got very hot in here.
I started generating all that heat again? All right, listen, get your essentials on. Very
I know.
vital, very vital. If you have diabetes, I'm talking to my friends, get it onto the...
Even
the
just
deal.
for an energy boost, it's blue-green algae, digestive enzymes, probiotics. I know when you take it because I get a hot flash.
I do get a hot flash when I take it.
Because I sit next to you and whatever is in it that keeps you revved up, you generate heat.
It just revs me up. And I got something else coming out. We're going to have another program coming out for weight loss. It's coming out real soon, too. and I talking to my Latino buddies because my Latino family love the rice and beans. I'm gonna tell you something about carbs. We're gonna have a little conversation about that too.
Good carbs and bad carbs. But we're talking about trademarking. And while we're talking about trademarking, can we, when we do our umbrella of the cafe, can we bring our clients with us? I mean, can that fall under the umbrella of,
that's a good question,
of sponsorship?
Dawn, that's a
I'm
really
not
good
really
question.
sure what you're asking when you say, can you bring your clients?
'Cause we
with
deal
you?"
with
Can they
so
fall
many
under the
people.
umbrella of protection under the cafe?
Like, let's say that Michelle has a company and she's on as a sponsor and they have a product. Does it fall under what we're doing?
No, they would need to basically protect their own product.
Yes, but under us, if, oh, I
No,
see
under
what you're
their-
saying. Their
under-
program is for them, okay. Yes.
That'd be
They
for
won't
them.
protect us selling their program or endorsing or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, we don't sell, but it would just be a protection, like an umbrella policy.
I'm not aware of a trademark umbrella policy. That's a good idea.
Excellent idea.
I'm going to patent that idea.
Excellent
A
idea.
trademark umbrella, because think about how many things go into our show. We have all our sponsors, we have our logo, we have our coffee, we have my dolls.
We had the book nook.
We have the
So
wands.
many things that fall under it. I need like a whole umbrella of what it is.
Well, it is an umbrella because we would be, when we file it, would be explaining that you have a show, and you have a show where you speak about products and you interview people.
All that goes into the thing?
You put a whole explanation.
Really?
Of
You got a
what
lot
you
of
do.
pens? Because you're going to need a lot of
Well,
ink.
you do
Mary
it.
does.
The idea is to do it, as broad as possible, so that you can, as much as possible, is included.
Hey, Michelle, you think we're as broad as possible?
It's funny because Freddie, we give him 3 words. This will be a lot bigger. And that's trademark. And the difference between copyright is what?
Well, trademark is like an author situation or an artist, somebody that creates a work that they want to protect. So trademark is like branding and a company name, a company logo, a tagline. That's in the area of trademark. Patent is a novel idea, is an invention. That's what a patent is.
I haven't done that yet. Give me 15 minutes.
And that's a patent. And intellectual property as a whole, don't laugh because we share a brain, I know, is what? It's the umbrella again.
Intellectual property, like that name, is an umbrella for the patent, trademark, copyright, and you've got trade secrets, you've got unfair competition, like when there's false advertising claims, it kind of comes under that umbrella.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was talking about the sponsors. It's the intellectual property of everything that goes into our show is not just us.
Well, and then let me ask you real quick. If I have something that we do every day, right, but I use it differently than nobody else does, does that fall under the category of something, even though it's an everyday item, but I use it differently than nobody else uses, can I protect the way that use is being done?
Well, there is a way
God, that gave me a headache.
sometimes to protect use, and it depends on the circumstance. And sometimes, if you're talking about like a utility patent, or which is kind
I'm
of
talking
how
about like a
something
usage
works.
patent. Can
Like if you do
usage?
something else with the coffee, then drink it.
Like let's say I found a deal for this coffee to cure something.
Right.
Can I patent that usage?
Possibly.
Oh, baby.
Everything gets a little complicated.
There's no. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the facts and circumstances.
You roll with me, baby. Don't worry about
But
it.
you know what it is? You have to then have someone that's going to follow and make sure nobody is going after it. Because what good is it if someone in Nebraska picks up the Brooklyn Cafe
But that's
TV
how we're gonna protect
and we
it.
wouldn't know?
And there are services that help monitor the use, and we do that. We work with clients on
Monitoring
that.
service.
Let's get your phone number out there. How do we get in touch with you?
561-910-8923.
And is there a website?
There is. It's Perkins Purchase, and that's spelled
Perkins what?
Perkins Purchase. Purchase is my partner. So
How do you
it's
spell
a
that?
tongue twister.
Yeah, my tongue just fell out.
It's P-E-R-K-I-N-S, and then the
Per-
next word is Purchase, P-E-R-S-H-E-S.
Purchase.
It's on the lower third.
Puerto Rican have a hard time with the purchase word.
And you
Perkins
both do
Purchase.
intellectual property.
Yes, we do. And between us, we have over 60 years of experience.
Wow.
We
Holy
actually,
smokes. And where are you located?
we're in Boca Raton on Spanish River and Northwest 2nd.
You're right by my house.
Very
I didn't even know
close.
you were there. That is so cool. So this consultation, they come in, you tell them what's going on, and you size them up and say, listen, dummy, let's go on the ball.
I typically don't say dummy.
I was hoping you would
My
say that.
intellectual property partner.
See, that's the difference between the statements, right?
And there you go.
Well, I'm going to call you a dummy if you ain't taking advantage of this, because if you got an idea,
You gotta
bring it
protect
forward.
you gotta protect
You
yourself.
got to, because and then if you don't, somebody else does it. All you're going to do is complain.
It's funny. My husband used to have all of these ideas when our kids were little, and now people have created them. He says, "If I had done that," I said, "If we had, $20 million back at the time to do it too." But you can always protect the idea, right? And someone might have to buy the intellectual property,
Right.
Or you can sell the product.
or you can sell it.
Hey, Michelle, I got an idea.
Oh, you always do.
I got an idea.
And Mary, where can people find you and Live Vivid for branding?
Absolutely, Live Vivid for branding. You can find me at livevivid.com, or you can call me at 561-667-6700. Email marygiuseppe@mac.com. Would love to have a conversation, complimentary conversation about how we can create the perfect commercial for you in the world today.
And you have a V card?
No,
And-
you've got to
and-
ask you what the speaker. I'm sorry to say, I don't know. What
It's a
LA, you have a
virtual
V card?
I think I do.
A
virtual business card.
Yes.
You do? What's your tag?
Well, maybe I don't.
She might
Maybe
not
I'm
have
not
one yet.
sure what you're saying.
She's
We're
never
gonna
sure
do
of what I'm saying. There must be something wrong with my Spanish.
It's your intellectual property.
I'm
I
intellectual.
mean, I have on my Outlook, when somebody's there, I can share it. Is
It's a
that
virtual
it?
business card. We'll get you in touch with.
You got yours?
Get
What
you
is
in
your
touch with
what
I
is
Got a
your
Guy. Romance.
Oh, I love it.
80800 for romance. And mine, of course, is
Sparkle?
Have a great day, everyone. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
And do me a favor, don't be late.
And don't be late.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddy S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
1470 AM and 95.3 FM. Download the new WNN app to your phone from your app store.